I never expected that a hot issue involving Chocolate Hills natural monument would erupt under my watch, and I find wisdom in old saying, take good care of the land, and the land will take good care of you. Every environmental decision is also a social one, affecting real people with real needs. The challenge, therefore, is not just to protect our environment, but to do so with nurturing the social fabric of our communities. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
I think I have expressed that that the view of the politician is very different from the view of the environmentalist. Talagang ganyan, there is a conflict.
I never expected that a hot issue involving Chocolate Hills natural monument would erupt under my watch, and I find wisdom in old saying, take good care of the land, and the land will take good care of you. Much has been said and will still be spoken about the legal issues on the construction and operation of Captain's Peak Resort and other similar resorts and commercial establishments in the Chocolate Hills. Nonetheless, I want to start by presenting my view as the father of the province. This is not just an environment issue, but also a social issue. We are thankful that Bohol is blessed with so much natural beauty and unique geological features. The Chocolate Hills are just one of these which make our province famous and favorite tourist destination. They are declared as natural monument, a protected area, and swayed UNESCO to designate Bohol as Global Geopark, the first and only in the Philippines. As public servants at the helm of the provincial government, we take our responsibility seriously to preserve the natural wonder of our province so that the next generation can enjoy them as well. We also appreciate that in Bohol, we have active advocates for the environment, concerned citizens, civil society organizations who keep government in check and help shape public policy. Of course, we want to maintain Bohol's designation as a global geopark while tourists have been coming to our province even before the designation. Being a geopark gives Bohol an added advantage in the world tourism industry. What good is having a beautiful and naturally preserved province, but our ordinary people are deprived of the chance to benefit from the tourism boom? What good is a global geopark designation if our people could not have a fair chance to get out of poverty? 25 years ago, Bohol was among the top 20 poorest provinces in the country. Bohol was also a hotbed of communism insurgents, blaming government neglect as the cause of their poverty. Our leaders then made poverty reduction a primary objective through agriculture and tourism as economic drivers. Several years later, Bohol is out of the poorest provinces list and was declared insurgent-free by the Armed Forces of the Philippines in 2010. This status is being challenged recently as insurgents try to regain a foothold in our province. We are successful in staving them off so far. We don't want to create a social condition that will reignite the support for the few remaining insurgents. As leaders, we aim for inclusive growth. We don't want that only the big and the rich hotels, resorts, restaurants, food chains will benefit from the Bohol's tourism industry. We want the barangay folks, the karinderya owners, kakainin, peddlers, and other small and medium entrepreneurs to also ride on the train of the development. The municipalities that fall within the Chocolate Hills Natural Monument, Batuan, Sagbayan, Carmen, and the nearby towns need investors and are happy to see local residents taking the initiative. Naturally, we don't want uncontrolled and unregulated development either. We don't want to kill the goose that lays the golden egg. much as we want to see the lives of Boholanos improve, we don't want it to be the cost of destroying our environment or to uglify lovely sceneries in our province. On March 20, 2024, we received a copy of PAMBI resolution, which are, however, not yet concurred by the DENR Regional Executive Director. We also examined the previous resolution issued by PAMBI, which led to the operation of Captain's Peak, and it's our impression that they are not in conformity with existing laws, including Presidential Proclamation number 333. Hence, I wrote the red on March 26, 2024, requesting him to convene the Chocolate Hills Natural Monument Protected Area Management Board to revoke PAMBI Resolutions number 5, Series 2012, PAMBI Resolution number 1, Series 2018, and PAMBI Resolution number 21, Series 2022. This will prevent the introduction of similar developments in the protected area that will violate the law. Subject to the outcome of the inquiry of the House of Representatives and possibly of the Senate, I also urge the PAMBI to approve a new set of regulations for development in strict conformity with existing laws and regulations as soon as clear guidelines are laid down. Further, PAMBI Resolution number 2, Series 2024, which reduced the buffer zone to 5 meters from the base of the hill, appear to be inconsistent with the established 20-meter drawback. I suggested that this measure be subject to further study. Since this issue captured the national limelight, we have been saying there is a need to clarify and review our policy about our protected areas, heritage sites, and other places with important cultural significance. In the light of early pronouncement of high government officials, comments, and opinion in social media, we ask, from the standpoint of local officials, should we allow development in these areas or totally prohibit any human activity at all? If it's absolute prohibition, then there should be just compensation to private owners who could no longer benefit from their land. Long before this area are declared as protected sites, there are communities and farmland already. These are places where they were born. These are their homes going back several generations. If development is allowed, then the guidelines should have no room for ambiguity. The responsibilities of the PAMBI members, LGU officials, and other involved in the process should be clear. If we are to be a world-class tourist destination, we should have sufficient facilities to cater to the tourist needs. The members of the PAMBI should be capacitated and given orientation on the crucial role they play. The PAMBI needs technical assistance. The coordination between national government agencies concerned and the local government units should be strengthened, because we have seen an instance where a mayor's permit is issued despite the absence of an ECC, and a case where no mayor's permit is issued even there is an ECC. Either way, the resort owners and the workers are the losing end. This could discourage the inflow of investment that the local government badly need. Safety nets should be put in place to safeguard both the environment and the investor and workers in this establishment, which may be adversely affected with stringent regulation are enforced. We are proposing the creation of a Review and Development Committee, REDCOM, composed of environment consultants, landscape architects, and experts on aesthetics and design to assist the PAMBI before giving any development clearance. This committee could be an independent body or part of the structure of the PAMBI. Just before we had a break for the Holy Week, the officers of the League of Municipalities in Bohol expressed to me their stand on this issue. They asked me to convey before this honorable committee that certain areas in their municipalities should be excluded or taken out from the protected zone in order for their local government to harness the full potential of their towns. Conclusion, I humbly submit this is not just a simple case of protecting the environment. This is not merely a legal battle over environmental conservation or a quest to pinpoint accountability. This is a reflection of the social ramifications that ripple through our communities when the sanctity of natural heritage is at stake. This controversy highlights the interconnectedness of our action and their impact on society at large. The closure of the resorts, while a victory for the environmentalists, also casts a shadow on the livelihood of those employed there and economic aspiration of the local community. It is a brutal reminder that every environmental decision is also a social one, affecting real people with real needs. The challenge, therefore, is not just to protect our environment, but to do so with nurturing the social fabric of our communities. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Governor. I think I have expressed that that the view of the politician is very different from the view of the environmentalist. Talagang ganyan, there is a conflict, and we should be able to manage that conflict. So if you declare your area, remember the declaration of a protected area was done by your congressman. I didn't pass any that was not passed in the House of Representatives. So I thought that when you decided to declare it as a protected area, you know the implication. And I admire those congressmen. Oh, those who, maybe it's your father, I don't know. But that's the conflict. That's why if you want to declare it as a protected area, you have to accept the fact that there is a requirement. You were the one who filed. You know, I never approve any protected area that didn't pass in the House of Representatives. So I thought that when you passed it, the people understood that there is a limitation to that. When you are declared a protected area, there is environmental consideration already that comes with the protection of the protected area. Remember, I didn't pass any protected area that was not passed in the House of Representatives. That should have been considered before you pass the Chocolate Hills, di ba? You can never say to me that it should be, no. I know, because I know that also. That's why
Umani naman ito ng iba't ibang reaksyon mula sa ating mga netizens. Ayon kay Romeo Fuertes, hindi dapat closure lang, dapat ma-restore sa dating itsura yan at sirain lahat ng structures dyan. Pahayag naman ni Ernie Cruz, the sad truth po ay natutulog si Governor. Hindi ginampanan ng tungkulin bilang ama ng probinsya, dapat siya ang managot sa taong bayan. At ito naman ang saloobin mula sa ating kababayan na si Rose Dulce Escuadro, we Filipinos are hoping for final closure of the resort, if not, masisira ang isa sa wonders na ipinagmamalaki ng ating bansa. Mga kababayan, feel free to comment below para maglabas ng saloobin sa balitang ito.